Hello and welcome to this video. In today's video I'm going to show you how my team and I use working papers in QuickBooks. This is one of the topics I talk about quite a lot at QuickBooks events, and a lot of people always say, oh, can you show us how you use working papers and talk us through what your thinking is behind the features. So here it is. Here's the video to do that. Now, a caveat before we get into this. This video is not sponsored by QuickBooks. These are the way I use the tool, not how QuickBooks necessarily recommends you use it. But just remember, this is my opinion. I'm not being paid to deliver this video. It is not sponsored. I just work extremely closely with QuickBooks. I feed back to them constantly. I'm part of the Accounting Council, as you can see. So yeah, maybe my view is biased, but we're not going to go into whether this is better or worse than another working paper solution. So here we go, a non-sponsored, non-affiliated QuickBooks Working Papers overview. And this is how we use it in the OnPoint Accounting group. So here we are, we're logged into a QuickBooks account. This is a video training account. It's a fake license that I've created. I've not put any information on it yet. I've not connected any bank accounts yet. It's just completely blank, but it's ideal for what I want to show you today. When you log into QuickBooks as an accountant through the QuickBooks Online Accounting option, and you go into your client's QuickBooks, like you can see here, you're going to get an accounting review option. Book reviews, that is a fantastic tool. I'll go into it in another video in the near future. But today we want to look at working papers. So here we are in working papers. First of all, it looks at the financial year. What financial year are you wanting to do the bookkeeping for, or the working paper, sorry, for? So I've selected financial year 2022, and as you can see, that runs from the 1st of the 1st, 2022 to the 31st of the 12th, 2022. Now, if I need to change that, maybe I want my accounting year to be April, for example. I can go in here, I can go to my advanced options, and I'm going to change the first month to April. I'm going to go out of here and I'm going to refresh this page here. Okay, so we've now changed the year end date and start date to be in line with our year end, which is April to March. Along next, we've got several different tools here. First of all, we've got year end tasks. Now, I don't use these, because I've got a practice management solution in the form of Client Engager. So all of my team's tasks and workflows for working papers or any other jobs are in Client Engager. So in Client Engager, I can go in, I can see my deadlines. I'm going to go to my limited company accounts. And this is again a demo account, so there's no data being lost here. And then I've got collect records, preparation, approval, filing. So that's a very very high level of how we're going to do this, and then I've got a checklist that tells me how I'm going to collect the records, how I'm going to prepare the accounts, how I'm going to approve things, etc. So that's all in Client Engager. So for that reason, my team and I do not use the year-end tasks. However, if you don't have a practice management solution, then year-end tasks are great, because you can see the task, you can say whether it's waiting or whether it's done, and you get a nice green tick so you know it's done. You can click on the downwards arrow and you can edit it. You can add links, you can add content to this. You can drag and organize into different views, into different orders. And you can add your own tasks onto here. You can even import them from other client instances. So you can click on here, you can select a client, and then import the tasks that you create for that client into here, so you've got the same for everybody. Editor Johann here. Sorry guys, I've just realised while editing this that the bit I'm talking about here about adding tasks and being able to import templates is hidden by my bold head. So behind the image that I am talking to you on is the ability to add and import templates from other customers that you've got and already set up. Sorry about that, but back to the video. So that's how you can do year-end tasks. As I say, me and my team, we don't really use this. Next tab is documents. Now we do use this. However, we'll come back to this in a bit. So as I said, this is a completely blank license, so there's no numbers in here, and it's the first year of this, so there's not going to be any real accounts or anything to do much with here, but I'll show you what we do anyway using the retained earnings. So the idea is, for review and adjust, that you're going to be able to go through, you're going to compare this year's figures with last year's figures, you're going to see instantly what the percentage of change is and the pounds and pence changes, and you'll also see if there's any adjusting entries that you've put through. Now, if you're a bit, in my view, old-fashioned, and you prefer to go, oh, I want to see the double entry and I want to see the credits and debits aisle, you can go into trial balance view and you can see the debits and credits for each thing. Personally, me and my team don't use it, but it's there if you want it. So, as you can see, you'd go through your fixed assets, your current assets, your liabilities, etc. What I'm going to show you is what I would do on each line there, just using the retained earnings. So what have we got here? Well, we've got the ability to have two ticks. One is marked as prepared, one is marked as reviewed. So you can bring someone can come in your team and prepare the documents, and it will say who prepared them on what date, and then someone else can come along and review it, and it will say who's reviewed it and on what date. So that's really helpful from a larger team point of view, where you've got one person doing the work, one person checking the work before it goes out to the client. So you can do that on a line by line basis, but also a heading by heading basis. Oh, missing my ticks. Okay, so what are we doing? Basically, my team's first job is to come in and check, are we happy with the year-end figure versus the previous year figure and the changes? Are they in line? Do I want to maybe add a note to this to explain something? Maybe I've journaled a change post. And now I can see that note. I can add a comment to that. So you can see I've put an initial comment and then there's a comment following that up. I can delete and edit these if I need to, but you can see dates and times that these were added. You can also make an adjustment here. By doing this, it's going to open the journal up for you. So straight away, I'm journaling the adjustments I want to make. That would then show in adjusting entries. Other options you've got here is you've already got the note, we've shown you that. We can add a link, so I can save a link to a PDF or any kind of website or document I wanted to. Or, and something we do quite a lot, is add an attachment. So I can upload an attachment to support this balance. So I can go in, I can add an attachment. There we go, so I can now view this attachment if I wanted to as well, and that opens it up. So I've just uploaded the Pro Advisor Elite badge there. So now though, you can also see, look, there's a paperclip here showing you there's an attachment to this balance. So I might then click, I've prepared this balance. So this means someone's been in, they've prepared it, they've put their notes, and they've put a supporting evidence attaching to it to support the balance of year 2022. As a reviewer, I can come in, I can review the notes, I can review the attachment. That's all fine. And then I can tick to say, yes, I've reviewed it and I'm happy with that. And basically, you're going to be able to do that for every single line in the balance sheet and the profit and loss. And this gives us the ability to go, right, are we happy with this? Once we've done that, we can also export these to Excel if we wanted to. But my team and I don't generally do that. What we normally do is we come in here, we worked out through all of this, make sure we're happy, and then we go into Tax Calc and we import the trial balance through Tax Calc. So we do the bookkeeping, working papers, all the way up to trial balance in QuickBooks Online Accounting, in their working papers tool, and then we take the trial balance through the API into Tax Calc and run our accounts, do all the notes, get that ready for approval from the client. So the reason we don't use group statements, annual accounts and tax mapping yet is because this is still new. There's a few cases or more cases than less cases that can't be used on here yet because of funny year-end dates. It can only look at 22 to 23 at the moment. So basically, we're not happy to move to this bit yet, but we're working closely with QuickBooks as a team to get to the point where we are ready to move to the tools in here. But at the moment, why we need FRS 102s, why we've got some long years and short years, we're just going to continue using TaxCalc as our solution. Okay, so there we have it. Working papers in QuickBooks. It really baffles me when people tell me that's not good enough. I'm still going to use spreadsheets when they're dealing with small businesses. Making all your adjustments together in spreadsheet, then going into QuickBooks and making them in journals. Then you're going to have all your PDFs and all your evidence sat in folders on OneDrive or Google Cloud or wherever it is, when it could all just be in one place in QuickBooks on that client's file. Nice and easy. It's a great tool as well for someone to go in and go, right, I've done this work, and someone else to go in and go, I've checked that work and I'm happy with that. Full audit log with all the journals in there and stuff and all the tweaks. Absolutely brilliant tool. And it's free to all the QuickBooks Online accountants. So for value for money, it's phenomenal. All in one place, notes, folders, documents, and my adjustments, and my reports. Everything's really efficient because I'm doing everything automatically in there. Like if I need to adjust a balance, I do the journal there and then, it's done. So yeah, I absolutely love working papers. My team love working papers. What used to take us a day to do now takes us a couple of hours to do. It's a lot more efficient. And when it comes to client queries or a client manager going, how did we get to this balance? They can just go into QuickBooks Online Accountant and see for themselves. They don't need to go through reams of spreadsheets and try and find the documents associated to those spreadsheets, etc. It's all there for them. So it's absolutely fantastic tool. If you've not had a look at it, take a look at it. I don't think once you've looked at it, you'll go back. Unless you're an auditor or something like that, then yeah, it's not built for you. You know, this gives accountants and bookkeepers that are doing year-end work the ability to then go from bookkeeping right into working papers to trial balance, all supporting evidence for that trial balance, and then to take it either through QuickBooks Pro Tax, which is developing at a rate, or into their current accounts and tax production tool. As you can tell, huge fan of QuickBooks Working Papers, really undervalued and underutilized tool there. And the more people use it, the more the development time gets spent on it and the more features and stuff it will get coming in the future. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a like. If you want to watch more videos like this, then check out the rest of the channel and subscribe so you get notified when I put more videos like this up. Don't forget to also check out the day in the life video where I go behind the scenes and we follow me basically in my day-to-day work. And I also talk about various softwares that we're using, and there'll be more videos coming deep diving into those softwares in the near future. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.
Hello, my name's Johann. QuickBooks Advanced is a lot more powerful than QuickBooks Online. Okay, so I've decided to pack in work. It's about 5:15.
But it's a good business, the owner just doesn't care.
I'm not sure how much good content Liz is getting out of this.
We are live. I've got Johann Goree in the house.
And welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant We Have Cool Friends.
I do a podcast every week.
Aaron and I actually met and came up with the idea of this podcast